In the land of Oz, Glinda the Good joins the citizens of Munchkinland as they celebrate the recent death of the Wicked Witch of the West. When a child asks Glinda why wickedness happens, she reflects on the question by discussing the witch's backstory. Born from an affair between the wife of then-Governor Throp and a traveling salesman, she was ostracized from birth due to her unnaturally green skin and suffered a troubled childhood. When asked if she and the witch were friends, Glinda reveals that they knew each other and explains their past. Years earlier, Elphaba Throp arrives at Shiz University to see off her paraplegic younger sister Nessarose. Madame Morrible, Shiz Dean of Sorcery Studies, offers to privately tutor Elphaba after witnessing an unintentional display of her magical abilities. Elphaba accepts in the hopes that it will allow her to meet Ounce's ruler, the wizard, and be de-greenified. To her discontent, she is forced to room with bubbly Galinda Upland. The two clash constantly. What is this feeling? One night Elphaba follows Dillamond, a talking goat who faces discrimination as one of Shiz's last animal professors, to a meeting of animals off campus. Dillamond reveals other animals are losing their civil rights and ability to speak, but Elphaba assures him the wizard will set things right, something bad. Rebellious transfer student Fiero Tigalar arranges to take a group of students to the Ozdas ballroom, dancing through life. Galinda convinces Bachwoodsman, a happy-go-lucky munchkin with a crush on her, to invite Nessarose so she can accompany Fiero. At the Ozdas, Galinda learns from a begrudging Morrible that she will be allowed to join the sorcery seminar at Elphaba's request. Elphaba arrives and is ridiculed for wearing a hat that Galinda gave her as a backhanded gift. A guilty Galinda dances with her Ozdas duet, and later gives her a makeover popular. Dillamond announces that animals are no longer allowed to teach at Shiz and is forcefully removed from his classroom. His replacement, the unscrupulous Professor Nicodic, attempts live experimentation on a frightened lion cub, but Elphaba's magic spins poppy dust over the room, putting everyone except herself and Fiero to sleep. They escape campus and release the cub into the forest. After sharing a moment, Elphaba laments that Fiero prefers Galinda over her and not that girl. Elphaba receives an invitation to meet the wizard, who has heard of her powers from Morrible. Galinda, now shortening her name to Glinda in honor of Dillamond's mispronunciation, accompanies her. They ride a train to Ounce's capital, the Emerald City, where they affirm their friendship while sightseeing one short day. After being introduced to the wizard, a sentimental man, Elphaba says she wishes to help the animals instead of changing her skin color. Morrible arrives to witness Elphaba and the wizard's first meeting, and the two encourage Elphaba to read from the sacred Grimiri spellbook. She casts a levitation spell that makes the wizard's monkey guards painfully sprout wings, allowing the delighted wizard and Morrible to use them as spies. Elphaba realizes that they are the ones orchestrating the persecution of the animals, and that the wizard is a fraud with no magical power. Horrified, Elphaba steals the Grimiri and flees. Glinda follows Elphaba and implores her to reconcile with Morrible and the wizard, but Elphaba decides to stop their plans. She bids an emotional farewell to Glinda, who supports her but is apprehended by guards. Elphaba repeats the levitation spell on a broom and escapes the Emerald City. Morrible warns Oz that Elphaba is a wicked witch. The students of Shiz evacuate campus, Fiero flees the school grounds on horseback, and Governor Throp suffers a heart attack as he and Nessarose receive the news. Elphaba flies west, leaving Galinda behind defying gravity.